Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to be called Dr. Feldhaus. We're going to be ultrasounding. I'm going to try to ultrasound, and that's what's happening on Ranching Sodak. I might have to be called Dr. Van Ostreim instead of Dr. Feldhaus, but...
How long have you been doing this, Dr. Van Nostrand?
Oh, a long time.
We've got the ultrasound machine here. That little gal that we had last year, Cassidy, she's combining corn, so that's not gonna work. We got 90 some heifers caught. We're gonna test it out here before we go into the big group of them, see if I can figure it out. So I've been getting YouTube educated, got the degree in YouTube. First off, we gotta go back to Jim's, over to Jim's. We got the Palco set up over there. We built what we needed. We got everything cleaned up. This needs to go to the pit, but we got to take some gate chains, kind of do the final spiffing and touching up over there, because that's where that big group of heifers is at, and they're ultimately gonna run through that system. That's what we're doing first. Hopefully this weather straightens up a little bit. We're out here to the old junk area. I kind of like to keep a couple mounds of junk here for a little wind protection. I kind of would like to build a windbreak up on that hill someday, but somebody was asking me who Johnny is. Johnny is helping me 2 days a week through the fall. Been around. Yep, I met him everywhere. Probably 15 years ago. Anyway, he grew up out West River, South Dakota, ranching background, bull rider here and there, all over. So he's gonna help me a couple days a week. He's fencing a few days a week, working sale barns. All right, folks, I'll give you the little tour of the old Palco set up in place. We got her set down yesterday, right at the end of the day. In theory, how this is gonna work, we built this wall yesterday, and this is was kind of dreaming about this last night, how it doesn't quite go. I should take these off and put another pipe on here so that gives it more room to spin. Anyway, these jacks will come off with just a pin and a coupler. So this jack will be out of our way, but hopefully we don't need to come through this gate very much. Yeah, you want to load some tools up that we're not gonna need. We'll need the grinder and a drill is all. We got this alley up yesterday. We got a gate hung there, which is just gonna be like just a big man gate basically to come into this pen like this, and then you'll be back in this pen. But cattle are gonna come from down here. We got that post in. We welded this on yesterday onto a freestander. This will be closed like so, and the cattle are gonna come in from this gate like so, right? So they're gonna come into this pen, and then they're gonna wanna come back to this gate right here. We're gonna offer them to come to the gate, but we're gonna have this open like this. So we're gonna capture our 10 or 8 or whatever we want. They're gonna come in like this. We got them in this alleyway. I'm gonna bring it up here, chain that. Now we go going this way. We'll bring our whatever we want, 5 or 6. And you're like, well, how are they gonna get in the tub? Well, I got a post pounded there, and I'm gonna put a bud box right where this skid steer is. So we're gonna let them come in here like this. They're gonna be free to go in. It's gonna give us time to shut this gate like so. Now we step to here. We come in right here, boom. Now these cattle, they're gonna be coming back to this gate. Well, guess what? This is closed. The tools will be gone. We're asking them to go this way. This gate's gonna be open like this prior to us bringing any cattle in. And that gate will be obviously back all the way around. Let's just do that right now. Watch out. It's leaning down. Everything wants to close on us, the gates. Let's get her set up here. Okay, where were we? We were bringing in cattle. It won't stay. We're gonna have to hold that, a bungee. All right, so the cattle were in this bud box over here where the skid steer is. We went along here, we brought them here. And when they come through here, they're gonna be going right like that. They're gonna get to here, and they're like, oh no, it's closed. But as soon as they see that, that's what allows the tub to work, is they get in here like this, and they're, oh, it's fine. I'm gonna go over here now. It's fine. It's fine. I can get back. You can't get back. What all that does is that by having this open, it gave that person the amount of time to get that gate shut. So now that gate is shut, and we're locked in here. We're like, well, we came in here, and now this is gonna be open, and that's where we're gonna go. Hoofda! So we got all the gate, well, it's only like 3 or 4 gates we had to put chains on, but this thing is the clicker on the tub. And that ear, if you go right where at, one of those, it was, when the spring is hooked there, it wasn't allowing it to miss that kick or that catch. So we disassembled it a little bit, and we're gonna bend this ear a little bit that way, because also I put this chain on here. We hooked this chain up like our other one, and I chained it over to here. Then we could pull this. You don't have to go to the end to open your tub. You can stay in the middle and walk a ton less feet. So it's like right here, I'm gonna walk, you know, 3 or 4 steps. If I'm out there hanging onto that handle, I gotta walk all the steps. And like we've talked before, you don't get fat and lazy as a farmer by going through all this extra steps and work. If you gotta wanna rock this big pot belly.
A lot of big farmers.
Okay, we need to get off of this subject quick.
Okay.
All right, so let's bend this thing. Let that thing bottom out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, come on, baby.
You go, Matt. Come on.
And move. Got a lot of clearance now. See that?
Much better.
All right, let's put the spring back on. We'll give it a try.
It's always the little things.
It is the little thing. All these gloves. I wish I had mittens on right now. Something bigger.
Good work.
Okay, now let's put our chain on.
We got
So-
it. Did you fix it, Matt?
Yeah, anybody look at this thing. When we put this chain hooked to the handle, then you go back to the corner, or my tub at home, there's an upright here and I just hooked it to there. But anybody can do this if you have a tub, because this is what it normally sounds like. Who in the heck wants to listen to that when you're working cattle if you don't need to? And now look where I'm standing to hold that thing from not catching. Now a better example would be is if you got your cattle in there, if you go here, you're drawing their attention to your face too. If you come over here, it works better to get them to go around. And now look at this. 2, 3 steps, I close the tub in half. There again, do it again. Couple 2, 3 steps. Still got good control of the latch, but you don't have to let it clang and bang. And then when it's empty, way less steps. The other thing with this tub is we can actually fill it this way if you feel like the cattle would go better around an S deal. So this would be dead end like that. We're gonna be bringing the cattle around the corner right at you. Boom. They're gonna go in. A lot of times they come in and they turn real easy and then they take off. You can just play with it like we do at home. Either way, you can load it from either side.
Matt's come here at the panel. I did a little pilot card. Had the flashers on. Matt said they don't work in back, but I still put them on because it felt like the right thing to do. Big ranching. There's the old Feld house right there.
Well, I gave the heifers a bale of grass, a 2-year-old grass hay yesterday. These over here is 250 some heifers. I gave them 1 bale of hay because we haven't had a real hard killing frost yet for the cool season grasses. And as wet as it is, everything is super green and they were like still fairly loose. And the other thing is I didn't want to move them out of this one because I got another chunk of grass they can go to next that's even worse yet, green and regrowed. They ate it, they were fine. And we're kind of getting them used to the pickup so they follow us a little bit. We don't train them to lead necessarily, but I do want them to follow. You know, in the wintertime for sure, if we're moving them around a little bit, it's a lot easier to just lead them around with the pickup. That's an example of that fence that we're gonna tear out. So them 7, 8 animals, there's no gate over there. That's a little pen, used to be around that building, but that's not used anymore. That fence is gonna get tore out and we're gonna move it along those trees, protect those trees from the cattle. Right there, right now the cattle can get in those trees and I wanna fence it so they can't, and then we'll let it all grow up. And then down here is another old dead fence that is no good, but they gotta either go to one end or the next to get out. So we're gonna tear that out. It's actually a full half a mile, it goes all the way to the highway. So those are 2 things. Hopefully I can get him to come over this fall yet and we can get that cleaned up. Because the way I'm grazing it now, I'm kind of wagon wheeling it from the yard. And these were old property lines that went north and south. But now this is all the same. Jim owns all this land, so we're gonna pinwheel. Basically everything is from the yard water out, you know, wagon wheel, I guess is what I should say, not pinwheel, wagon wheel. My life's a pinwheel sometimes. Come on, girls. Hey, come on. I gotta come over here to this gate.
What are you doing, Matt?
We had to run a pilot car mission. Left the flashes and lights on. So now we got no code to the rescue. No code to the rescue? No code to the rescue. Johnny's never seen this thing in action. The other thing we ran into while we were here, this is a water line that goes out to a pasture. and then the water line goes into the barn. And of course, this was the old corral fence, so this was a perfect place to put the valve. But now that we've restructured some of this and it's not here, what we're going to do is turn the water on for this fall. We're actually going to cut this pipe off down lower and then put the cap back on, and then we're going to cover it with a disc blade and then cover it with dirt so we can level this dirt, push snow, all that kind of stuff. So let's pop that cover off and we'll turn the valve on. Half a turn. Don't really want pressure on that thing though, so let's put a little dirt back in here. We got her set so it's not touching it now, but I don't like this hole here. So I think I'm gonna do is take it to the shop and we'll weld a little plug over, because I don't want no dirt getting in where we're trying to protect.
What do we got going on here?
So we found a little chunk, we're gonna weld this on there. Cover! So I don't make a lot of solid stuff. There are spots where I believe you got to put some belting, and this is one of them. Once we get the cattle to come through along the barn here and get into this bud box, they're going to want to go back here. So we're going to do half of it. We're going to do the front half because I want them to come to the hole, but that's going to just slingshot them, I believe, into the direction we want them to go. Washer and a self-tapping screw. Perfect. A little bit after dinner here, we're gonna catch these heifers that are at home. She's got the ultrasound machine charged up, electronic tagger from Curtis charged up. We watched a bunch more YouTube videos this morning, so it's time to figure it out and see what we can do. What's the worst that can happen? More long-range GoPro footage. We gotta get them going here, John. Come on, girl. Hey! Don't. Oh. Yeah, then just go ahead and ease on into the pen. Then just keep going in there as far as you can go. If you think you can get up in front of the building and go through the hole, go for it. Stay back, Torty. Get out of there. So the heifers, we did not do the lake and back because, for one thing, they don't know what's happening. They're very curious, willing to go right now. We'll just let them go up in there. As the cows get a little more balky, the double back trick going to the lake and then lining them out, you don't have any problems with cows that get soured up. So these heifers basically just followed that pickup right in. Now we just let them chill out here while we get our stuff ready. We did check the heater in the back for Johnny. Made sure that thing was gonna run. It's pretty cool out today. I don't know, it's cold and it rained this morning some and windy. I think our field temperature is probably in the teens or low 20s if I was to guess. So a little nippy. So since we're doing heifers or cows now for a little bit, I'm gonna put the belly bar back in, or breast bar, or whatever you want to call it. This one slides into a couple of little grooves, and then I forget if you put that. Anyways, when you put the two pieces together and you just put one set screw down, it locks it together. Let me sort through it here and clean out a little bit of the crap and see what it does. So this thing goes from the back, it slides in, and this one slides in the front. Actually fits in there. Tighten this one down, then you got her. Ellie's here.
What's up, guys?
Oh gosh, you're hooked on a DF cattle mat right now. Careful. There you go. Don't take her too tight. What do we have in here? There's something that I've been wanting to show you guys for a while. I mentioned it, but today's the day. We're gonna be, when we tag the bred ones, obviously, that are gonna stay. Here's what we got. I got 300 tags, 3 different colors, all starting with 4s, so 400. I didn't want to go to, since I have more than 100 in this age group, 4 meaning 2024 is when they were born. I went with 3 different colors so I can keep my low number. I didn't want to have 4 digits to try to keep track of, just 3 digits. These are from 3P Engraving, and if you go to Facebook and you search number 3, like 3 and then P Engraving, that's going to bring up Taylor's Facebook page, and she's in Nebraska. And this is her little side gig. She's a college girl, got done with college, come home to the ranch, and this is her little side gig to keep her going until she gets enough cows, I suppose, to take over. But go check her out. These things, she can put your brand, your name, obviously the number. So does a good job. It's a computer thing. She's got to put each one in there. But yeah, we're excited to put them in. A lot of preparation H-ing going on here to get stuff ready because we're not in this mode yet. We got to learn how this thing all sets up. We got her up. We got the power hooked to it, so it's going to charge. Sidectin, probe water, this new tagger we've never run before. Ellie, trying to learn how to work with Ellie. Happy to have her. All right, so we're going to bring them up here now, a portion of them, get them in the pen, and we'll try her a little bit. See what's up. Strategically placed manure piles. We get most of these to go, we'll be good. And then Millie. Then we'll go ahead and bring the rest up and lock them up. Millie, come here. Why don't you just follow those now, John, and lock them in that black gate, and then I'll just bring the rest. Oh, we still got some flow. You just stay down there. Oh, well, I'm trying to get more behind you, so you're screwing me up too. It's all right, just wait here, I'll get this, and we'll just change plans. Come on, old girl. We need you now more than ever. Here's the remote. We didn't tighten our belt. No, we didn't. I need to snug up that belt a little bit. So, that's this. There you go. He's kind of got the life of Riley back here. He's got a door he can close after he gets a group in the tub. He's got a Nipco heater with a brooder snout on it so he can stand underneath there and warm his fingers up. And a remote control gate. All right, we're gonna get like 4 or 5. Just fill the alley. It's gonna take us a second to figure out the probing. Well, we've done, what have I done? 11, no, 13. Now I'm a certified Dr. Van Ostrheim expert.
Ellie. No,
Dean, edit that out.
You don't have to go in very far. Right there's the baby calf. That little thing in the top corner.
It's actually really fun.
As far as you guys know, that's what that was. Could be just a piece of cow poop.
Okay.
I did. So we're catching a weight on them all. We're pouring them. We're pouring them and Therapiece in every one and cutting tags out. We're only tagging the bred ones. So the weights have been, that's 8, 6, and 5. I mean, if the guy wants to, if you really want a 1,200-pound cow, these things aren't going to calve for another, what, December, January, February, March, April, May. Yeah, 6 months from now they're going to calve. If they gain 1.5 pounds a day from now until they calve, I mean, they're still going to be 1,300-pound cows.
good time.
It is bred. Get over to the left a little more.
I think all that stuff is life in there, but I can't find the baby.
For the baby
Oh.
finding. Oh.
She's pregnant because right there's the calf. $8.90. We are running the alley today. Ellie's here, so we are separating them along the way, just partly for etiquette for the cows to learn to just not ball up. There's the calf, right in the center of that
The left.
globule, that little shiny, you know, he won't show up until right in the middle of that black hole. You can see a little start of it. He's down in there a little way. But that's the calf.
That's it now. Crazy girl.
So we're kind of still at it here in the dark. You can kind of see me. I guess I don't know if like 95 is like the right number you're supposed to like practice on starting at 2 o'clock in the afternoon when it gets dark in November this early. But we're still at her. I think we're down to like 15 maybe. We're running about 20%, I would call it. Maybe a hair over 20% right now, but I got a handful of question mark ones. So
Probably half
anything
of those are maybe.
anything I have a maybe or a question mark, I call it open. We're gonna recheck them. But there we go. This is it, guys.
Thank the Lord for building good helpers.
She's bred. There's the calf right there. Right in the middle, turn wiggling around. Wiggle, wiggle. See him?
Wiggle.
So that's good. You always want to end on a bred one. Well, I feel like after doing 100 of them, I feel like an expert now. Except for the 20 some I sorted off with unknowns.
Question marks.
I think the biggest one was 1050 and the smallest one was 690. The 690 was not bred, obviously. The smallest one that was bred, I think, was 770 pounds. Everybody was in the 8.5s, probably like 840 to right at 900. So they did really well this summer, considering when I bought them, they were 600 pounders in the end of April, 1st of May. So they put on some pretty good weight through the summer. So anyways, that's ultrasound in Dr. Van Ostrheim style. Thanks for tuning in. Johnny did good back there, bringing them in, no worries. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.